What's going on, yo? What's going on? I'm about to send this link out. Then we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to send this link out. Then we're going to go ahead and get started. I thought I was turning my volume down. I had that thing up. So it looks like we got some action starting already. Missed this NAS entry and GJ took off. So y'all was in the live yesterday, watched the Sunday chart analysis. GJ ended up playing out around midnight, 11:30. Right, if I refresh this, probably going to say the last one was at 2:30. Okay. I still don't get why they act like they don't know what time this shit's going to pop off, or maybe it's the website. I'm not exactly sure, but it's usually always around this time. And another way you can kind of figure things out is just the way it's placed to the order, right? Like these are AM, this is PM. So this is most likely going to be taking place again between midnight, 2 a.m. before London session pops off. As far as today, we do got 8:30 news for the USD pair, so make sure to keep that in mind. We got a couple setups we're looking at. And if y'all was in the live yesterday, a lot of charts when that's projected. We took an L in the signal room, but if you was in the London session live or the members watching New York price watches, you could have made your money back like I did. We took an L on gold. We was looking for gold buys. Ended up rejecting when New York Open came into play. But we also talked about NAS100 buys. NAS when that's projected. Again, this was London session. C when that's projected going into New York session. Then G when that's projected yesterday as well. Again, you can see it retested, did a nice move there. And then GJ. Now, GJ did a super late move yesterday, but still when that's projected. But this didn't break this level until 12 p.m. So, again, a lot of charts were just kind of ranging or super late to have volume kick in. Or like for NAS100, for example, as soon as New York Open happened, it did the move. And then 30 minutes after that, it just consolidated and chilled for the rest of the day. But like I was talking about in the Instagram story, if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram. Mondays and Tuesdays are typically the slowest days out the week, so not too much shock or surprise. We kind of saw that take place. So we're going to be looking for some setups today, y'all. We're still going to be looking for GJ buys because if y'all watched the Sunday chart analysis in yesterday's live stream, price is doing exactly what we was looking for gold to do yesterday, right? So we rewind time. Remember, price was struggling to break this resistance level and hold it as support multiple times. And then yesterday, it blew through that level. And then last night, it retested, hold that level as support. That's what we was looking for with gold yesterday. But as we can see, gold ended up rejecting. Now, we are still bullish. But I was really looking to see if we hold that level to catch a nice big move. But it was Monday. The markets, the markets are like, hey, we're not going to give you that big move so soon. Right, but I'm still seeing that happening this week as long as, well, it depends what the news does this week, but as long as the news doesn't cause price to break past those levels we talked about, we're still bullish. And I can see the new higher highs and new all-time highs for gold get broken this week. I can definitely see that happening. Now, as far as GJ, we're going to be looking for buys as well. We're going to be looking to see if price can break above and hold 196.70 as support. If we can do that, we're going to be looking for continued buys going to 197. All right, and then when NAS100 is doing a retest right here, if we can maintain the hold 21,820 as support, we can look for buys. The same exact buy setup that we caught last week on Thursday played out again yesterday. And we're going to be looking for the same exact buy setup again today. If we can hold this level as support, because again, we've got extreme bullish momentum. But again, like a lot of these charts, we've been kind of struggling to make new higher highs. So we're about to see if that can get broken and made today as well. New 5-minute just popped up. Make sure to go ahead and like the lives. Y'all hop up in here, y'all. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check that out after the live. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we're looking at the charts, drop them in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. Now, we can also look for buys here at 196.35 as well. Those just joining the stream, we are not into this trade yet. This is just a trade idea. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal, free Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. New 5-minute just popped up. Let's see if we can hold this low as support right here. The Japanese news didn't do too much last night, but really just confirmed that this is going to be the level. You know, that support, especially since we didn't retrace back down to 196. Again, we need to hold this level of support for a new higher high to get made. I mean, we made a new higher high yesterday, so we're going to see that's going to continue to push on for us. That's what we're going to be looking at right here. So we're about to see what this next 15 looks like. Basically, all these charts retesting right now. All right, so let's see if we can hold these levels of support right here. All right, let's see if NAS can hold that. Again, if NAS can hold 21,820 as support, we're going to be looking for buys going back into the highs right here at 21,960. And then we're looking at GJ. If GJ can hold 196.30 as support, we're going to be looking for buys going to 196.70. What's going on, my boy? And likewise. Did you get into that NAS move yesterday? That NAS move was crazy. I was kind of like with Thursday's trade. Like I literally did the same exact thing last week on Thursday. I think this one was a lot quicker though. Yesterday's move was a lot quicker. But literally did the same exact thing Thursday. And we look here, we kind of see the same thing happen Tuesday last week as well. So like I said, we really need to hold this low as support for that new higher high to get made. You see right here, we're kind of struggling to break above and hold 21,970 as support. So we need to see that happen. Now we do got news today at 8:30. We got a lot of news all this week. We got FOMC tomorrow as well. We got bank holidays Thursday. We got news. We got a lot of news these next 3 days. So it's going to be very interesting to see how today and tomorrow plays out. We'll worry about tomorrow when it's tomorrow. Right now, we're going to worry about today. Like I said, we're really watching NAS and GJ right now to see if we can hold these levels of support. We see the retracement. We're in the process of the retest right now. So right now we're just watching to see if we can hold these levels. Just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check that out if you haven't already. And also make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see that scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram, playmaker_way. TikTok, _playmakerway_. They did some slightly quick. They did some decent moves last night, but nothing too crazy. And again, we have news at 8:30, so we don't see any action between now and like 6 a.m. I'm personally going to wait till after the news to see if some volume will kick in after the news. So again, don't be too shocked or surprised if we don't see any action especially between now and 6 a.m. It's probably going to be chilly up until right before 8:30 or up until 8:30. I don't know why I'm on GU. There's a beast right here. So again, we're just letting price do its thing, right? We got our game plan. We're simply just waiting to see if price going to meet our confirmations or not. New 5-minute just popped up. So gold's trying to push. And this is why we don't just jump the gun as soon as price touches our levels. This is why we wait for the retest confirmations. Again, that's by simply patiently waiting for a retester to see if price can hold a level will literally save you from losing money for no reason. And even with the best risk management, risk reward ratio setups, losing less will make you make more, right? So if you lose less on top of winning more, that's how your account really starts to grow. We understand the market conditions. We see price week after week's been struggling to make clean higher highs. So there's no reason to try to rush and take a setup. All right, like we see GU's been chilling here for literally 30 plus minutes. And again, this is why we wait for the retest, right? We would have took this after price retraced. We didn't draw down and at risk of taking unnecessary loss, just like with this NAS100 setup. Bring my alert down here. As long as we maintain 196 as support, I'm still looking for buys on this. Again, we just made higher highs on this yesterday. But prior to yesterday, we have not gone this far, let alone held this resistance level as support. So it could try to retest that if it doesn't hold right here. Let's see what the next 15 looks like. Let's see if we can break back above and hold. Again, if we can hold 196.30 as support, we're going to go for buys back to these highs here at 196.70. GU still taking a nap on that level. NAS kind of doing the same thing GJ is doing. Let's see if we can hold this low back as support. Our price rejected, so we simply don't enter. But it looks like a lot of these charts are retracing right now. Again, we do got news today at 8:30. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up. So again, we're still looking for buys nonetheless, right? As long as we maintain 196 as support, I'm still looking for buys. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. Want to look at any charts, drop them in the chat. All right, we should be back. We're just simply waiting for volume. Again, we see all these wicks and small candlesticks, price staying in place. Clear indication there's low volume, just like right here. There's low volume, price was failing to break the next level. But once volume came in, it easily broke through those levels, right? But then when volume ended, failed to hold, retraced, right? We see lack of volume when volume came in. That's when price broke this level, held that support, went back to this level. And then again, you can see here, not a coincidence, price chilled right underneath this level. Then when volume kicked in, did the move, right? So again, that's why I always say we're just chilling, patiently waiting for volume and our confirmations to be met, because volume is what makes the markets move, and it helps us not only break these levels, but hold these levels, right? Just like right here, price rejected. Only difference here is, again, volume helped us break through that level. Like GU's pushing up. Let's see what this next 15 looks like. That's a nice retest right there. That's what I was looking for on GJ. This is a nice retest. Let's see what GJ's up. So I see if GJ can hold this level of support as well. NAS slowly trying to push up. So we got a few setups coming into the new hour. I do like. If you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop in the chat. I like that right there. Let's see if we can hold that level. And then G is looking nice right here also. Oh, look at that reaction right there. It's a nasty reaction. And like I was saying, as long as we hold that level, we're still bullish. I wasn't expecting a nasty reaction like that, though. So this GU buy is valid, especially because of what it did yesterday. If we go 35.60, we can look for buys going back to these highs here at 36.17, but it needs to hold 35.95 support first. Only thing is, again, a lot of these charts are super rangy. I want to see the news today help us get back to regular market structure. Oh shit! You know I always gotta drop something at least once every live stream. You know I gotta do it at least once every live stream. But I do like this setup. I don't like GJ Nas. Nas still kind of just rejecting. Yeah, so we need this low to be held, right? If it doesn't hold, it's going to probably do what gold did yesterday. When gold failed to hold that level of support. And that's why gold and GU kind of look fucked right now, because it's still falling. It's still, the uptrend is still valid. We're still in the uptrend. It's just struggling to hold those next levels of support, like we see right here, right? Just super choppy, but still clear bullish momentum. But it's really struggling to hold these next levels of support, right? Just keeps on rejecting over and over again. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up in a little bit. That's a nasty rejection. Got a couple minutes till the next 15 pops up. NAS is pushing back up as well. So again, we're about to see this next hour if we can hold these levels of support right here. All right, new hour popped up. So again, between now and 6, so the next couple hours, if we don't see any action and prices continues to range, it's probably going to be doing that up until the 8:30 news pops off. All right, y'all. The game plan is still the same nonetheless. Again, it's just it takes a lot more patience, especially these past few months with the market conditions. And it's going to be like this until we break out this market structure. Like I said, usually, as long as I've been trading, summer quarters usually when a lot of volumes in the markets. So we're going to see what the next quarter looks like. But until then, of course, we just got to do what we got right now. So that's a nice retest and push up on GJ. I do like that. It looks like NAS is going to try to do something for us as well. I do like that right there. Yeah, so NAS and GJ are still in my sights. I like these two right here. So again, with NAS100, we could look for the same exact move we talked about in yesterday's live stream. If we could hold 21,820 as support, we could look for buys going back up to 21,960. And then with GJ, if we could hold 196 as support, we could look for buys going back up to this high here at 196.70. That's the game plan there. GJ is kind of moving right now. Yeah, I like NAS. I like GJ. Give me 1 second, y'all. Just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday as well. Make sure to check that out to the live stream. Also, make sure to hit that first link in the description and join the free signal room for Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Yeah, I like how NAS and G's are looking. I like that setup right there. Yeah, I like GJ right here. GPU and gold still trying to make their minds up. And again, that's why I'm mainly focusing on NAS and GJ, because again, all of these, just like yesterday, all of these, only one that didn't go as projected yesterday was gold, but all these are still valid setups. Just NAS and GJ, especially on the bigger time frames, just got the cleanest looking market structures. Now, these all are still going to require volume for these moves to happen and take place. But that's just what I'm looking at to base my decision making on these setups and stuff like that. Because again, go to my live streams on YouTube. Go to the live streams. Do this after the live. Or you can do this right now the way YouTube works. Go to the lives, right? Go to my YouTube channel. Go to the lives. Go to oldest. And you'll see back in the day, I used to look at a bunch of different charts, right? So I understand why a lot of people just like to trade one chart. Because again, I don't take a bunch of setups a day. I don't take every single one of these setups every day, right? And I have multiple accounts, and I have some accounts that are strictly futures and gold, some are strictly forex, but that's neither here nor there. But like again, I don't take every setup I see, right? So that's the same thing you want to do. You want to narrow it down to, again, what's the point of trading? Going for high probability, high quality setups. And the way to figure out which one's going to give you the highest probability, highest quality setup is, of course, only going for buys in the uptrend, only go for sells in the downtrend, and then, of course, on top of that, the market structure. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens today with the news. Not going to be going live today, but we'll be going live tomorrow with the members during FOMC. See how that plays out. You did a nice retest right here as well. I think we just hit TP1. We just hit TP1. Let's see if we keep pushing. You know, looks like NAS about to try to do something for us also. Appreciate all y'all that liked the live. Yeah, but DJ pushing nicely. And it makes sense why price had to retest this, because again, I didn't take this setup yesterday because one, it happened at 12 o'clock and I was off the charts by 12, right? Because again, I'm on the charts London session, New York session, sometimes looking at the charts before London session. So, you know, at some point you got to hop off the charts. But also we see here that price rejected this level and then blew through it, never turned it into support. So price retesting, holding the level of support is nothing bad because we have to catch this move here. And again, this is why, again, we were still looking for buys. Like I said at the beginning of the live, it's just simply you want to wait for that retest confirmation. Because again, imagine we would have took a buy here, would have took an unnecessary loss versus waiting to see if we could hold that level of support. Saw price fail to do so. And then now we're in a buy setup here at TP1 right now, right? Just like with NAS100. Buys is definitely valid, but who would have took a buy here without waiting to see if price could hold that level of support? We would have took an unnecessary loss just for price to push back up, right? Let the members know we just hit TP1. Like I said, y'all, like when the market structure is like this, super rangy, you gotta be super picky with your setups. And the most important, don't let winners turn to losers. Right, and this is why I like to document this stuff. Like we just look at last week, right? If we look at last week, it wasn't until the end of the week, Thursday and Friday, like I always talk about. Mondays and Tuesdays are typically the slowest days of the week. Things pick up Wednesday, and then Thursday and Fridays usually we have the most volume. When we look at last week, Again, we caught a 1-1 on Monday. We took an L on Tuesday. Wednesday we caught a 1-1, but then Thursday you see we caught a 1-2. Then Friday we caught a 1-3 RR. Right, so we're super up from last week, 80% win rate. And then we look at the week before that where we had 100% win rate. Again, look at Monday, it was a 1-1 RR. Tuesday 1-1, but then look what happened Wednesday. It was a 1-3. Thursday 1-3, and then Friday 1-6. Right. I don't think I did it on this one, right? But then you see here Tuesday was 1-4. So again, not every Monday and Tuesday is super slow, but that's just how it usually is for the most part. Right? There are going to be some weeks like we see here. I don't even remember these were slow days, but we still got some nice moves to start off the beginning of those weeks. Right, but as you can see, that's why I started doing the risk rewards. I wasn't doing it previously, but as you can see, we're doing a crazy run this month. And again, after this month's over, we're going to do a recap of how we did last quarter or this quarter, but you can see on your screen how we did last quarter. You can also see how we did last month. All you got to do is hit that first link in the description, join the free signal, free Telegram. Scroll to June 2nd. You can see how we did last month. We went 19-1, giving us a 95% win rate, caught 33,162 pips. Click right here. It's going to take you to the beginning of the month. All trades are dated, time documented. We go live every single day. I send y'all the link when we go live. At the beginning of every week, I drop the Sunday chart analysis, giving y'all the projections, going over the news. So literally can't make none of this stuff up. And if you scroll to May, not May 2nd, where the fuck are we? I think it's April 2nd. I think it's April 2nd. Yeah, if we go to April 2nd, you can see how we started off this year in quarter one. January went 17-3, February 14-1, March 13-1, in the quarter one, 44-5, giving us a 90% win rate. Total 155,207 pips. So we've been killing it this year. Go to subscribers, scroll down to photos. There's over 3 years worth of receipts. You can see screenshots, positions, screenshots of signals, student results, testimonials. I gotta post some more. I don't be posting so I'm gonna start posting a lot more. But if you follow me on Instagram, you can check out the highlights on my Instagram, or again, just go to these. Literally, if we're in 2024, see, we've been doing this shit for a minute. Let that pop up on my other screen. But yeah, so make sure to explore that channel, y'all. We got a new 5-minute just popped up. GJ still pushing. I think he's about to hit TP2. I think we hit TP2. Let me let the folks know. So we still got a lot of work to do, but we're definitely making progress. TP2 hit. All right, I'm gonna keep on saying this, right? Like right now, I'm up a decent amount, but that's because my account size, I'm able to be up a decent amount because I have a big account size. Well, big account size for me, at least, right? Bigger than it used to be. So when you see these videos when people be like, oh, I just made this in a minute. I could do that right now. I can make a post, man. I just made X amount of dollars in 1 minute. But y'all was here. Y'all saw that. It literally took me a fucking hour for my confirmation to be met before I took that setup. So I always tell y'all, from when you take a trade and exit, it very much so can take 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. But the whole process isn't going to always be that, right? And I can show y'all this with the signals we take. Give me 1 second. Let me just scroll up and not show this signal we're in. And again, these are old signals, y'all. Nobody take these setups. These are old signals. All right, cool. Okay, I don't need nobody DMing me saying, hey, all right, I just told y'all. What's going on, Brandy? I see you up in here. Are we waiting for a volume or another retest on NAS? So with NAS, we're looking for both, right? So I personally would like to wait for a retest. Okay, kind of like what we talked about with yesterday's setup, right? I don't know if you caught this, but remember we was talking behind the scenes about this yesterday on Telegram, right? And again, you can see how I'm going to give y'all some extra game, right? So again, this is why I always shout y'all on the live stream, because those that don't be in the live stream, y'all see how many people's in the Telegram, y'all see how many people's in here, y'all see how many people watch the replays. So this is why I be telling folks that don't be in the live streams, they be missing out. People always be like, oh, you be gatekeeping this, that, and the third. I reward those that show they want to put some time in, right? And the most important investment is that time. So we see here how price treat this level as resistance, right? Treat this as resistance. So then we see here when price, let me just do it slowly. Hopefully it plays right. Okay, that was pretty quick. Okay, let me try to do what the fuck. All right, so I want y'all to see this. So I'm trying to show y'all it. So pay attention to how price reacts to this level here. Okay, maybe I need to go into a smaller time frame. Maybe that's what I need to do. So let me go into a smaller time frame. Okay, maybe you'll see it better on a smaller time frame. Okay, so again, you see how price was treating this level as resistance. Look what price did here. Right, so I always like to wait for retest, whether that's a red candlestick retest or a wick retesting. Right, so that's when I pulled the trigger. Now this happened very quickly, right? Because this literally happened. This was 9:30 open, this was 9:35 open, and then price right here. This was 10:15. So this literally played out in under an hour, right? So it was a quick retest, right? But then there's other retests, like this one, right? The one we're in right now, eating off of. And then there's also retest, like this one, or this one right here, right? This one right here, right? So this is why I always talk about it's important to understand the charts, because price is going to always retest the same way, just like every higher high or every uptrend is not the exact same as the uptrend previously, right? Just like every downtrend doesn't look the same, right? So this is why it's important to, man, look at y'all's accounts. So y'all hopped into GJ, y'all are up. But hopefully that answers your question, right? So we need volume, because volume is what helps the markets move, but we also, again, need to see price hold that level as support. That's why I always pull the arrow out and do this, right? I don't just do that. I'm telling you, everything I do is intentional. Every word I use, every sentence, every action is intentional. So when I draw these out, that's literally what we're looking for. We're looking to see if price can retest and hold that level as support. You get what I'm saying? But we're up right now in GJ. So again, patience pays, y'all. Again, I told y'all. So again, we could have easily took this trade, took an L, and took this setup. But like I always tell y'all, if I can just patiently wait 30 minutes for my confirmation rules to be met and avoid an extra loss, I'm doing that shit every day. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. All right? So, people get impatient or want to rush setups. And y'all do you. But y'all see the method to the madness. Y'all see the method to the madness. Y'all see the strategy working in real time. TP3 hit. We're at TP3 right now. Make sure to like that live, y'all. Share it for people trying to put on the trading. It's called the playbook for a reason, y'all. It's called the playbook for a reason. So now we're about to see if we can hold this level as support right here. Beautiful, right there. It's fucking beautiful. I'm up a nice little amount right now. I'm up right now. I could literally close the trade right now if I wanted to, but I'm telling you, if we hold this level as support and we break this level and we can ride the news. Now, again, that doesn't mean it's going to happen, right? Because we go back in time. This GJ setup, right, we took during London session around the same time, funny enough. And then when the 8:30 news popped off, that thing exploded. And that was that 1-6 we caught a couple weeks ago. Did a trade breakdown for this as well. Go to the trade breakdown playlist. You can see the trade breakdown on that setup as well as the other setups. Just dropped the trade breakdown for y'all yesterday as well. Make sure to check that out. But yeah, we're up a nice amount right now. I can't lie, we're up a nice amount right now. Maybe I should screenshot this and join the bottom tick and top tick trend, right? Because I don't even know how that became a trend, because that's the I'm not even gonna get into that. Motherfuckers just make it. I don't know. I thought that was the point of entering our support resistance levels. But motherfuckers made that a trend now, like that's some new thing. Like, I don't fucking know, bro. Every day is something new in the trading space. This is why motherfuckers be getting confused, especially when they're brand new, because we gotta. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not even gonna get into it. What's going on, Doug? I see you up in here. Did you get into this too? Was you able to get into this, or you just hopped into the live? Yeah, but I'm not really messing with anything. I might take a NAS setup on my other accounts if my confirmations are met, but my main accounts, I'm just gonna let this play out. But again, nobody should close this trade red. All right. Again, do not let winners turn to losers. Do not let winners turn to losers. Simple. All right, simple. Again, this is why we follow the floor price, not chase price, right? A lot of people would have saw price reject this low, and then try to hurry up catch move down. Again, do not look at candlesticks as money, because they're not money until you take that stuff, right? Just gotta keep it simple. So now we need to see if we can hold this level as support. All right, so if we can hold that level of support, we can see price continue to push up. And again, this is why we enter and X off these key price levels. You can clearly see price struggling to break through here. I'm pointing at my screen like I'm on TikTok live right now. But y'all get what I'm talking about. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. So again, if you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. When you get any charts, drop in the chat. Paper trading, ain't nothing wrong with paper trading. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because again, the way you treat that demo account, that's how you're gonna treat your personal account. And again, it's all about habits. So if you treat that demo like a personal, you know what I'm saying? You don't over leverage. You take a position size or put a lot size that you would actually put on your personal account or a prop firm account. You know, you manage to trade how you would a personal account. That's going to literally roll over and fall into how you treat your live and fundeds, right? But if you're on a demo, obviously you're not doing this, right? I'm just speaking in general. But if you're on a demo and you're just doing dumb shit because you have a 100K, 50K demo account and you're like, oh, let's see what happens when I put an 8 lot, knowing damn well you got a 2K account and you ain't putting an 8 lot. You know, that's when people get fucked up, right? Because people always talk about, oh, you don't feel that pressure because it's not your real money in a live account. That's because you put in that pressure and you ain't treating it like a live account. Like I tell you all the time, after I learned this strategy and taught myself this strategy, I literally practiced this for 3 months on a demo account before I bought another prop firm challenge or put money into my personal account. All right, and here we are, completely fine. You know what I mean? That's also how I'm able to stay so chill while I'm waiting for setups, if I'm in drawdown, if I'm in positions, because again, I built the habits and discipline, right? And again, it's habits, right? You can't just break a habit overnight. I forgot what the study said. I think it's like 2 weeks or some shit. But you gotta literally work, put in an effort to replace those bad habits with the right habits. Yeah, we're pushing. We're approaching the next TP. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. I'm gonna hop back in bed after this. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I might take me a victory nap and just let this play out. All right, G is looking like, goals looking like. So again, we chose the right chart to take a setup on. All right, we chose the right chart. Again, you saw me look at the different time frames. You saw me flip back and forth. You also at the beginning of the live, you heard me say, okay, we're going to focus on these 4 charts. That's okay. These are nice. Don't focus on the NAS and GJ. I said that at the beginning of the live. Those are my priorities. I like those the best. Got flipping back and forth. Stuck to my rules. Didn't get excited. Waited for my confirmations to be met. Right? Even when price here did that big ass rejection, I didn't jump in, right? I still waited for my rules. And that's the same exact thing y'all got to do. Right? And again, we didn't miss a damn thing, right? So that's why it's so important. You just trust the process and stick to the playbook. Now, y'all missed the setup, or you want to know TPs SL and all that good shit, click that link in the description, join the events by Signal, or you want to learn my exact trading strategy and join my community, come and Playmaking, join Playmaking University, y'all. And then you watch yesterday's video or my recent videos, watch like the last 3 minutes of all the details of my products and services and programs. But of course, y'all can always DM me on Instagram, Telegram, or TikTok. I respond to all messages. It might not be at the very beginning in New York, but I'm gonna drop the Bitcoin. I'm gonna drop the Bitcoin Ethereum Solana update for y'all. Because it's been a couple weeks. I was supposed to do that this weekend, but I got so sidetracked. I was busy doing some other stuff. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but I'm gonna do that today for y'all. It might not be at 9 o'clock like yesterday, but definitely gonna drop that Bitcoin Ethereum Solana update for y'all. I got an XRP update later on this week as well. And I got some stock updates for y'all also. Y'all need to check out my stock video dropped last week. Y'all missed out because you could have made some money, right? I dropped the 5 ETFs. You can make some dividend income on, some passive income. If y'all would have bought, when I dropped that video last week, you could have had 2 of those stocks pay y'all out on Friday last week, right? And if y'all bought, you're going to have another one pay you out this Friday. As you have 2 pay you out. If you buy those, you're really going to have 2 payouts every week, right? So make sure to check out that video. It's like my 3rd or 4th recent video. Sheesh, this thing going crazy. All right, so we just hit the next TP. Let me let the folks know in the Advanced Play Signal Room. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody who's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody who's been alive since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal Room, free Telegram, y'all. I'm gonna let this play out. Again, we do got 8:30 news, so do keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm about to let this thing go. But again, nobody should be closing this trade red. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow, London session 3.